In this remote village in western Afghanistan, a UN-organized food distribution is taking place. At the entrance, some unregistered women are trying to make their way.
My husband contracted a big debt and left us.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Do you have a male guardian?
I don't have one.
We can't give you any help at the moment.
Only those who have been registered by the local authorities can enter the compound.
I don't have anything. If I didn't receive this aid, I would have to beg.
Most of the population in this district are small-scale farmers. They have been hit hard by repeated episodes of severe drought.
This is a super cereal. It's for pregnant women or for those who've just given birth and are breastfeeding. There was the war, then the change of political regime, then the drought. All these problems came together. That's why this aid gives people a second chance. But we've reduced the number of beneficiaries to 4,251 people. That's a 40% decrease.
The UN has to reduce the number of beneficiaries for these distributions by the end of June, mainly due to the lack of fundings.
We will take your registration cards, and whoever's card is not returned today will not receive aid the next time.
I lost my leg in a mine explosion, and now I have this prosthetic leg. I'm disabled. What should I do?
A few kilometers away, in this camp for internally displaced people, international aid has stopped since the Taliban took power. The community representative wants to show us the desperation of the people.
As there is not enough to eat, the children are becoming weaker and weaker. She's 7 years old, and she is 5. She looks smaller than her because she's malnourished.
I am sick. Please help me.
Where does it hurt?
It hurts here.
Peace be upon you. How are you?
Thank you. Everything is fine.
How are things going for you? Where is your husband? Did he go to work?
We don't have anything, so he went to collect plants to make fire, so we can make tea, because we are hungry. We only have bread and water, and only in the evening. When we don't have anything, we drink water only. Sometimes we have a cup of tea. We have no money to buy food for our children or for ourselves.
Stale bread dipped in water is what families here mostly eat. According to the UN, more than 1 million Afghan children under the age of 5 are at the risk of malnutrition. In the province of Herat, this hospital run by Doctors Without Borders is their only resort.
So this is one of our critical units rooms, the malnutrition ward. The likelihood of these patients surviving if they do not receive medical care is very low.
All the babies here suffer from stunted growth.
Last year, one of my girls died. She was 1 month old. I don't know what was wrong with her. Last year, there was a drought, and it was very bad financially for us. Now the same thing is happening to my daughter, who's only 6 months old.
Often the mothers of these babies are themselves malnourished.
The situation in Afghanistan is concerning. It is true that we are seeing, not just in Herat, but also in our other projects, more cases of malnutrition than we have seen in previous years. What we're also particularly concerned about at this point in time is not just the malnutrition for the children, but malnutrition for pregnant and lactating women.
Plunged into misery with no hope for a better future, some families are resorting to unthinkable measures. The father of this 9-year-old girl sold her to a 49-year-old man without the approval of his wife. For now, the girl still lives with her mother, who's trying to pay him back.
We will starve to death, but I will never sell my daughter. Here's the proof. I paid 19,000 Afghanis out of 100,000 that my husband took. I'm very scared, because if I don't pay the rest of the money, he will take my daughter.
My father sold me because he needed money. We had nothing to eat. He sold me because he had to, and my mother tried to stop him.
There is no one to help us. There is no work. I have so many problems. I do not know what to do and what would be the solution.
In Afghanistan, 23 million people are suffering from acute hunger. That's more than half of the country's population.